guys! It's Wednesday! Wacky, wacky Wednesday. I'm kind of tired of not knowing what day of the week it is. I tried to get Stella up here to make a guest appearance today, but she didn't want to sit on my lap, and then Annie came in and wanted to play, and now Stella thinks there must be something to eat here. But so if you hear Annie growling, they're just playing out in the hallway. Today is Wednesday, April 29th. That means there's one more day in April after this, and then it's May. But today is the 29th, and 29 is written with a 2 and a 9, a loop and a line. That's what makes the number 9, 29. And that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Ooh, I kind of erased some of my dots. So, two groups of 10, 10 and 10 is equal to 20 plus, my things are falling apart here, plus 9, and that is equal to 29. Do you know what number's going to come next tomorrow? I hope you know it's number 30. Number 30. All right, little work to do today before we get to the story. I picked a good one out for you. I think Miss Elizabeth is going to be baking some bread tomorrow, but that's just a guess. I heard a rumor that she had pancakes today because she watched Pancakes yesterday. I hope some of you all got inspired to make pancakes too. I did not. I made spaghetti. Not for breakfast, for dinner last night. Today I had eggs for breakfast. Okay, little work to do. Phone, P-H, phone, P-H. That makes the same sound as letter F. Chair, ch, C-H, chef, sh, C-H, chair, ch, chef, sh, C-H. That's what Charlotte stands for, or starts with, C-H. Mother, th, T-H, thimble, T-H. Mother, th, thimble, T-H. Igloo, I, igloo, I, or I. Bat, b, bat, b, cup, C, mice, C, cup, mice, C. Zipper, z, zipper, z, socks, S, nose, S, sock, s, nose, S. Apple, apple, a, or a. Dog, d, dog, d. House, H, house, H. Pig, pig, p, goat, g. Surprise! Giraffe, g. That's kind of a silly picture of a giraffe, but it was the best I could do. Goat, giraffe, g. Umbrella, u, umbrella, u. Queen, q, queen, u. Oop, forgot on that one. Umbrella, u, or u. Queen, q. Okay, here we go. Box, x, box, x. Leaf, l, leaf, l. Nest, n, nest, n. Fish, f, fish, f. Same sound as in phone. Same sound. Mitten, m, mitten, m. Table, t, table, t. Ed, e, or e. Yarn, y, yarn, y. Wagon, w, wagon, w. Octopus, o, or o. Octopus, o, or o. Jam, j, jam, j. Kite, k. Kite, k. Valentine, v, Valentine, v. Rabbit, r, rabbit, r. If you knew all those, good for you. That's great. We need to keep learning those things. Hey, I put my hair back today. It's been driving me crazy. But I have that attitude right now. Messy hair, I don't care. Can't get to the beauty salon to get my hair cut, so I deal with what I got. All right. Let's see. I did hear from Elizabeth's mom that they were having pancakes for breakfast, and Elizabeth likes hers with syrup, no butter, and strawberries on the side. Nobody else let me know how they like their pancakes, but Elizabeth was having pancakes for breakfast, and Miss Susie put a lovely picture of Naomi and her sisters Vivian and Kiara, I think is her name if I remember, and baby brother Elias and their daddy, Mr. John, and it was a beautiful picture of everybody, so hi to them. Okay, so I have another book today by Eric Carle, and it's called Walter the Baker. Now, I wondered when I picked this up, why is his name Walter? That's the name his mommy and daddy picked for him, I guess. No special reason, just they liked the name Walter. He's a baker. Do you know what bakers do? Sure you do. They make cookies and cake and pies and breads and rolls and good things like that. All right, so Walter the Baker by Eric Carle. Different kind of a page today. It looks like he used maybe cardboard. That's what it looks like to me, that he used cardboard, and it's red and blue and white. Walter the Baker. And you will remember that Eric Carle is the one who paints and then cuts the paper to make his pictures. And I want to say that that's where maybe Walter works and has a shop, looks like, and a cat, maybe a wife. We'll see. Long ago, in a town circled by a wall, this is way long ago, lived Walter the Baker, his wife, Anna. Oh, Anna, like our Anna Banana. And their son, Walter Jr. Looks like a pretty cool town, a small town, but a cool town. Now, Walter the Baker was known even outside the walls of the town. He was the best baker in the whole duchy. That's what that town was called, the duchy. Early every morning, while everybody else was still asleep, Walter began baking his breads, rolls, cookies, tarts, and pies. Well, you know, he's got my attention. Cookies. Oh, I love cookies. I had cookies yesterday afternoon. I should say I had cookies yesterday afternoon for my lunch dessert. Now, Anna sold the baked goods in the store, and no one could resist the warm, sweet smells drifting from Walter's bakery. People came from far and near. Look at all those different kinds of breads and rolls, star-shaped, circle-shaped, oval-shaped. Wow. And I bet they smell heavenly. The Duke and the Duchess, who ruled over the duchy, loved Walter's sweet rolls. And every morning, Walter Jr. carried a basketful of warm sweet rolls to the castle where they lived. Can you find him? He's right there. Right there. And there's the castle where they lived. Usually the flag on top means they're at home. If there's no flag, then they're not at home. Don't know why, that's just a thing. Said the Duchess, spreading quince jelly on her roll. I've never had quince jelly, so I don't know what that tastes like. Ah, said the Duke, putting honey on his. Ooh, I do like that, and we know where that comes from. Bees. And so each day was the same as the day before, until one morning. I wonder what's going to happen. What's going to happen on that day? When Walter's cat was chasing a mouse and tipped over the can of milk. There it is, the milk on the floor. So now old Catty is having a sip of milk for breakfast. "What will I do?" cried Walter. "I cannot make sweet rolls without fresh milk." Now, in desperation, Walter grabbed a pitcher of water. "I hope nobody will notice the difference," he said as he poured the water into the flour to make the dough. Do you think it's going to make a difference? I do. Now, you and I may not be able to tell the difference between a roll made with water and one made with milk, but the Duke and especially the Duchess could tell the difference. How do they look? Do they look happy? I don't think so. I think they look kind of sad, or maybe even worse, mad. But the Duke, and especially the Duchess, could tell the difference. "Ugh!" cried the Duchess after she took a bite. "What is this?" roared the Duke. "Where is Walter the baker? Bring him here at once." Uh-oh, I think Walter's in trouble. So Walter was brought before the Duke. I'm trying to get the glare off the pages here. "What do you call this?" roared the Duke. "This is not a roll, this is stone." And with that, he threw it at Walter's feet. "Well, I used water instead of milk," Walter admitted, hanging his head in shame. "Pack your things and leave this town and my duchy forever." That's kind of harsh. I mean, they should have given him a chance to explain that it wasn't really his fault that the that the cat knocked over the milk and so there wasn't any milk. But it didn't happen that way. "Pack your things and leave this town and my duchy forever," shouted the Duke. "I never want to see you again." "My Duke," pleaded Walter, "this is my home. Where will I go? Please give me one more chance." Do you think he's going to get it? "I must banish you." That means make him leave. And then he remembered Walter's good rolls and how much he and the Duchess would miss them. "Well, Walter," the Duke started to say, and then he thought, and he thought some more. "You may stay if you can invent a roll through which the rising sun can shine 3 times. I can't even imagine. "And to make it more difficult," he added, "it must be made from one piece of dough, and most of all, it must taste good. Now go home and bring me such a roll tomorrow morning." Poor Walter. Worried and sad, he trudged back to his bakery. That means he walked, just thudding along, very sad, with his head down. He was not a happy camper. This was a hard thing to do. And you know what? Before I read the rest of the book, I thought and thought and thought, and I couldn't come up with a bread that would show the rising sun 3 times and made from all one piece. I couldn't come up with it. But when you hear the end of the story, you'll think to yourself, I should have thought of that. But it's not something you would normally think about with bread. At least I didn't think about it with bread, but we'll see. So Walter worked all day and into the night. He made long rolls, short rolls, round rolls, twisted rolls, and he made thin rolls and fat rolls. And the more he worked, the more frustrated he got, and he worked some more. So Walter beat, pulled, pushed, pounded the dough, but it was all in vain. He didn't have anything, couldn't figure it out. And look, the moon is up. He could not come up with a roll that would please the Duke. By early morning, Walter had only one long piece of dough left. "It's hopeless," he cried. In a sudden fit of anger, he grabbed the last piece of dough and flung it against the ceiling. "Stick there!" he yelled at the dough, but it didn't, twisting itself as it dropped down and plopped into a pail of water. Anna and Walter were awakened by Walter Jr. were awakened by Walter's yell and rushed into the bakery just as Walter was about to dump out the water and the twisted piece of dough. "Father, stop!" shouted Walter Jr. "Look!" Anna quickly popped the dough into the hot oven, and soon it was brown and crisp. She took out the roll and handed it to Walter. It hadn't risen very high, but it had 3 holes. Do you see what it is? Walter held up the twisted roll and smiled. He saw that the morning sun was shining through it 1, 2, 3 times. Well, that was one of the conditions, wasn't it? Walter put the roll into a basket and rushed it to the castle to deliver his invention to the Duke and Duchess. And they, too, saw the morning sun shine through it 3 times. Then the Duke and Duchess each took a small bite. Walter was afraid to look, because he had no idea how it would taste. He hadn't tasted it yet. "Well done," said the Duke. "Perfect," exclaimed the Duchess, and both were glad that Walter would not have to be sent away. And Walter, too, was happy that he could stay. "Now, pray tell us, Walter, what do you call this?" asked the Duke. Yes, pray us tell," Walter stammered as he tried to come up with a name. "What was that?" Pretzel, said the Duke. "Pretzel it shall be, and from now on," he declared, "it shall be sweet rolls in the morning and pretzels in the afternoons." Did you think of pretzels? I surely didn't, but then I remembered a long time ago, I used to actually make pretzels. It's kind of like the same dough you use for bagels. They're made with yeast, but right now yeast is a little hard to find, I hear. So Walter returned to his bakery and spent all day and night making pretzels. The next morning there were baskets of pretzels outside the store for the whole town to taste, and a special basket of pretzels for the Duke and Duchess. And a cheer went up for Walter, the pretzel maker. So he was not only the baker, he was the pretzel maker. I don't know. This was what I learned yesterday about pretzels. The word pretzel comes from the Latin word brachium. Brachium, never heard that word, it's in a different language, meaning arm. Pretzel doesn't look like an arm. The pretzel was originally a simple bread eaten during Lent. That's the time before Easter. Its shape is based on an ancient position for prayer in which the arms were folded across the chest and the hands were placed on opposite shoulders. So it's named after an arm, and it was placed like this. Now, if you look carefully, let me stand up a little bit. If you look carefully, you can see 1, 2, 3 holes. Can you see them? 1, 2, 3. And that's the way they prayed. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it would help if I did this. There. Can you see those holes now? 1, 2, 3. All right. Good. So you might want to ask Mommy or Daddy or whoever's around, Grandma, Grandpa, Aunt, Uncle, whoever's there, if maybe you can bake some bread. And if you look at Miss Patty's page, you will see that I posted some recipes for yeastless bread. You can make them without yeast breads. Most bread has yeast in it, but pretzels don't, I don't think, or they don't have much yeast in it anyway. So there's some breads to bake, and if you try one of them, let me know. I think I'm going to try one of them this afternoon. I don't know what kind yet. Probably something sweet, because you know me, I like sweet things like jelly beans and cookies and cake and, all those good things to eat. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday, on the last day of April. Bye, all. Have a great day. I'm going to go outside because the sun is out, and it's supposed to be the sunniest day of the week. I think we're supposed to have rain tomorrow and Friday. So I've got some rainy day activities for myself planned, number one of which is to file some things in my office, which is getting kind of messy again. So I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. Have fun. Be safe. Bye.